Hello, we're Group 12 from Universitas Pajajaran, and we're going to present you the result of our discussions for this project. So the topic of our discussions is moral reasoning. Moral reasoning is described as conscious mental activity that consists of transforming given information about people in order to reach a moral judgment and solve many moral dilemmas. The purpose of this project is to make comparison of moral reasoning between Netherlands and Indonesia through the students of Maastricht University and Universitas Pajajaran based on 5 aspects.
There is a significant difference between Western world and Asian world moral reasoning. Moral reasoning in the Western world, according to one example, the dual process model of moral judgment by Green and colleagues in 2001 has 2 moral thinking modes. First, the deontological moral judgment, which intuitive and emotional responses take a huge part in driving the moral judgments. And second, the utilitarian or consequentialist judgments, which means finding the greater good for the greatest number. In the Eastern world, collectivism and spirituality is more emphasized in the process of making moral judgments. According to Gorodnichenko and Roland in 2012, collectivism is a culture that emphasizes the interest of the group, where the individual belongs first. So, in the collectivist culture, social roles are very important aspects. Hendrik and colleagues said that there are 2 prominent principles of moral reasoning that commonly found outside of West, including Asia. First, the ethic of community, which covers about interpersonal concerns regarding each individual's social role. And second, the ethic of divinity, which means that each of our bodies are indeed holy, for example, a temple of God. And the purity of it must be kept by not consuming alcohol, not doing premarital sex, and other bad things for our body.
Okay, from this session, I will tell you about what are the factors which can contribute to cultural differences. In here, we divide it into 2 main things. The first one is moral judgment, and the second one is moral behavior. Moral judgment. In moral judgment, we have 2 points in here. The first one is economic market. Economic market, it means higher degrees of market integration are associated with greater fairness in anonymous interpersonal transaction. And the second one is ecological factor. Pathogen prevalence predicts endorsement of loyalty, authority, and purity concern, which may discourage behavior leading to disease contagion. Moral behavior. So in here, we will tell you why moral behavior can contribute to cultural differences. The first one, because cooperation and punishment norms vary across culture, meaningful behavior differences. And historical cultural tradition also shape moral judgment. And then, purity behavior is also strongly influenced by cultural norms. For example, Asians tend to wash their face following a moral transgression in order to reduce guilt, but people from weird cultures tend to wash their hands. And for conclusion, cultures vary substantially in their promotion and transmission of a multitude of moral judgment and behavior.
Now, this is the result of moral reasoning comparisons between the Group 12 students of Universitas Pajajaran, Indonesia, and Maastricht University, Netherlands. Each of us compare our opinions about 5 aspects, which each aspect is expressed through one statement. For the first aspect, we Universitas Pajajaran students believe that it can never be right to kill a human being, but with an exception for crime doers, while Maastricht University students believe that no one should be harmed at all. For the second aspect, we Universitas Pajajaran students believe that justice is important because Indonesian culture emphasized it. For example, there is a Japanese proverb named Denta Denti Kusuma Warsa Sarira Cakra, which means justice is a pure thing, while Maastricht University students believe that justice is expressed through society with equal rights and chances. The third aspect, we Universitas Pajajaran students believe that loyalty is important in family through every success endures because by giving loyalty, we give positive support and encouragement in the family, while Maastricht University students believe that loyalty can only be given to those who respect his or her values and moral foundations. For the fourth aspect, we Universitas Pajajaran students believe that we must respect and obey the adults, while Maastricht University students believe that respect to authority is only given within reason.
The fifth aspect, we Universitas Pajajaran students believe that chastity is an important thing because it protects us and helps us for establishing a positive self-image, while Maastricht University students believe that chastity are less important because their society has become more liberal.
And contribution in virtual study program. Contribution in assignment. First, discuss the topics. 2. Provide information about moral reasoning in Asia. 3. Give personal and group opinions about moral reasoning aspects. 4. Create video and presentation about moral reasoning. Pros and cons of our experience. Chance to learn about other cultures, get a new perspective about moral reasoning, learn how to communicate through social media, improve English speaking skill, make friends, improve ability in editing video and making presentations, and effective communication. Cons, time difference, miscommunication, response times, and bad internet signal. Evaluation. Our evaluations are based on our experiences during the virtual mobility program. First, check the location when trying to communicate via Skype. Second, check the connection to the internet when communicating. Third, prepare the device when communicating with Maastricht University. Fourth, coordinate with team members before contacting the team from Maastricht University. And the last, organize the schedule with other teammates. Okay, that's all from us. This is such an exciting study method to learn with friends from another country. Betul?
Betul!
Thank you and dadah!